Good morning and welcome back over here to Universal Orlando Resort. Sorry to come on over today because, well, I'm missing out on spooky season with Horror Nights. As you can tell, I am wearing my Halloween Horror Nights 30 Years of 30 Fears, or 30 Fears of 30 Years, whatever it says there. And make sure, and like, wanted to come check it out. Sorry, I'm getting like sidetracked, sorry. But I wanted to come on over and check some things out. Biggest thing, I was actually gonna head over to Universal this morning right away, but the Velocicoaster, or the Jurassic Park coaster, that has been unannounced by Universal right now, looks like they have part of the train out testing all the stuff. Like, they're checking to make sure that there's enough space. They have like the thing around it to make sure that if hands are all the way out, you won't get hit by anything. So I wanted to go over and check that out. Plus, I haven't shown you guys much of the Velocicoaster or the Jurassic Park coaster, even though Universal hasn't said anything, and it's a running joke now. It's a churro stand, but I would check that out. And then we'll head over to Universal, go into the tribute store. I haven't taken you into the tribute store, but I've also been into the tribute store since they got the Beetlejuice stuff. So I want to go in there and check all that out. Plus, just see what our crowd level's like on a Tuesday at Universal. So, gonna head on in, gotta go in. Luckily, Islands of Adventure just opened about a minute ago, so we're gonna head on in, check all this stuff out. It's gonna be a really good day, I feel like. So it's kind of nice when you walk into the park and it's just past opening and you don't have to wait in a lot of lines to get in. But I'm really excited to be back, and plus I'm like I'm gonna run over to the lagoon area to go check out what they're doing with the Velocicoaster right now. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna walk around here, go see if I can try to get on to Hagrid's. I think it's just wait time, like pure wait time right now. Don't think they're doing virtual lines today. I think they do virtual lines on busier days. But I thought, let's go over here, let's check out the Velocicoaster. Like I said, it looks like they have the car up there. So we're gonna go over there and check that out. I actually took a couple pictures of it with this camera, but I wanted to go up and look at it. Oh, there's something cool. They have a trick-or-treat map thing. May have to check that out here in a second. So it is a little on the cooler side today. It's also not very sunny, so I'm not wearing my sunglasses. I'm probably not gonna wear my sunglasses today, just so you can see me actually looking for ones. But I came down because I'm in the U-Rest area, so I technically can take off my mask. I personally, since I just got in the park, I don't need to take it off right this minute. I've also gotten very used to wearing the mask, so I'm not that big of a deal. But down here in the U-Rest, right next to the lagoon, you can see I'm right next to the lagoon. There's Seuss Landing. Just walking up here because I want to get a really good shot of them with this coaster. So as you can see, the track is officially complete. Finally done all the way over this area. But if you come to the top hat section, see them up there? That's the coaster car. And I love the fact it says next, like, HHN. But it looks like they're just testing because they got this like thing around the side of it for the length of, like, if your arms are a certain length and stuff, just to make sure it doesn't hit anything. And they're just checking to make sure that things are probably being, like, sensors are working. But it's really cool that it's fixed on the very top point of that top hat. I'm intrigued because you have to see, like, they're having to, like, carefully move it as they go, because they got this crane with the guys in it, and then you have the big crane which looks like it's holding the coaster car. But yeah, I'm real stinking excited because they finished the track. It looks like, so you come up, you finish through the Heartline roll, you go up, and then you go into the brake run down there. What we'll probably do is, instead of walking towards Hagrid's, because Hagrid's is posting an 80-minute wait right now, I think what we'll do is we're gonna go through Marvel's Superhero Landing, and then I think we'll go through up into Jurassic Park. I wonder if I can get down into this section of Toon Lagoon. Not 100% sure if I can or not, but if I can, that'd be a really good shot of the coaster being played with a little bit. So we're gonna head over that way, head out of the U-Rest area section, which is what I'm in right now. But you kind of see what I mean, the weather today, not too bad. It's a little more humid than it was yesterday, but there's a nice cool breeze coming across, so I'm not too upset about that. So kind of an interesting thing as well is, as you know, we have a lot of these social distancing guidelines going on. Well, for a long time, the Hulk was loading every other row. But as you can see by that one, they have started loading every row. Now, it's still only one party per row. But instead of it only being, you know, if you had 8 single riders, it would be one whole row, one whole train of just single riders. It's only 8 people. But now you can have more people on it by loading every row. So it'll help with the wait time a little bit, I feel like. That's been the biggest thing, is the wait times have been a little insane because of all the social distancing guidelines. Because really, these queues and these lines would be able to hold a longer wait time or hold more people, but because of the 6 feet distancing between everyone, the lines look a little longer, and because of the less people they can put on the rows, it's taking a little longer to get through. But that's just what we have to do just to have these parks open again. But as you can see, as we walk through Marvel Superhero Island right here, It's not very busy. Normally this is the second busiest area outside of Hogsmeade. And so, like Dr. Doom's to our left is only a 5-minute wait. The Hulk was a 25-minute wait. Let's see what The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man are. So 15-minute wait, which is funny because the line is out the door. But again, you gotta remember there are 6 feet between everyone when normally there'll only be a couple feet. So it's not too bad right now actually. But the park did just open just about 5 minutes ago. So that kind of makes sense. And just walking through Toon Lagoon, no one to be seen. Got a couple people in front of me, but I think they're like me heading to Hagrid's. But I'm gonna stop and look at some things. But I just love the pure emptiness of these parks right now. I said I'm not sure if I'll be able to get into the back section over by Toon Lagoon, over here by Popeye and Bluto's. But as you come around the corner right here, look at this right here. Look at that. So it gives you an idea. They have this little contraption around it. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's not coming through on the camera very well. See like the little contraption? It's almost a way of being able to see like the length of where your arms and legs could go to make sure nothing can be hit while you're on this ride. I'll tell you, that's an impressive thing to see. I mean, now we don't know how many cars are going to be on it. We don't know like how fast it'll be. I mean, it's going to be pretty fast to get over that, but we don't know how long the train's going to be yet. So that's a pretty cool shot right there. But as you can see, Popeye and Bluto's Build Ride barges are not open right now, so I cannot get into that back area. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna keep walking through here, look at all the crowd levels, see what the wait times are, and then as we get through Jurassic Park, we'll take our time getting through Jurassic Park to look at everything. But definitely it's really nice because it is very, very not busy today. So if you guys want like a tip of how to kind of beat the heat, how to like, really it's like how to do, like it's, in a sense, how do you do the theme parks with the mask? So this is a universal mask. So it's not like the most, so in my mind I have a set of masks that I really like a lot. They have this little nose piece on it that sits to my nose. But universal masks are very, very light, but I always bring 2 sets of masks. For the sole reason if I sweat completely through one, and if, say, it rains, I have a dry one to put on. So the universal masks are probably the best out of the theme park masks, even better than Disney's, because they're a little bit bigger, they sit a little bit differently, plus I love the Horror Nights on this, so. But always try to bring a couple of extra masks. Maybe if you have the disposables, bring a few extras, put those in a little baggie, and make sure you always have water. I have my water bottle with nice ice cold water, so anytime I need a drink, I can stop, take the mask off, take a drink, but I'll stop walking. That's what they tell you to do. You gotta be stationary while you drink anything. So that's try to like give you tips and tricks on how to do this. Really make sure you jump in and out of those gift shops so you can get that AC. Plus it'll cool off the mask, so your mask will be nice and cool through the day. To give you an idea of crowd levels, Skull Island, Rain to Kong, 10 minutes. Not too bad actually. Normally one of the higher wait times and all that stuff. Still love the decor. I just wish this ride was a little better. Considering we now know what Universal can do in the sense of like Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure and with this new Velocicoaster they're building. Even though the Velocicoaster is not a confirmed thing yet, that's what I like to call it because that's what it seems like it's going to be called. So one of the other things that Universal actually is allowing for once is they are relaxing the rules on wearing costumes in the park. And now what I'll do is I'll probably put up to the side right here what the actual rules are. If I find a little sign that talks about it, I'll show you, or I'll put it up here. But it's kind of a cool thing because Disney's also doing the same exact thing and allowing you to wear some costumes in the parks. They've got to be appropriate and stuff like that, which makes sense, but it kind of keeps that little bit of a Halloween vibe going, and it really, really helps like get through this really tough time that we're all in right now. And so that's why I'm really excited to buy it. I'm glad to see that and stuff like that. So I thought that's something actually I need to really want to mention really quick while I was thinking about it. All right, so just kind of walking back by the Jurassic Outfitters, and as you can see, as we turn to the right, look at the work that's been done on this thing. Holy crap. Oh, they're starting to build the wall like this, like the gate to keep us away from the velociraptors, just like in the movies. But holy crud, that's insane. Like, look at all that rock work, look at everything that's going on. Man, this thing is going to be it's going to be amazing. I do know that they did bring in some of the velociraptors for it, which were just all wrapped up and no one would see them. But it's definitely it's going to be a great, I think it's going to be an amazing coaster. It's only a double launch coaster, I think double launch, which is far lower than Hagrid, so maybe a little less trouble. Plus, now that Universal now knows how to build something like this, maybe they'll actually do a really good job with it. So, like I said, I can keep working my way around. So if I see anything, I'll show y'all. You can see as we come around the corner here, look to the right, coaster cars are up there again. Jeez. I tell you what, this thing is going to be so cool whenever it does open. I am ready for it to open. I feel like this thing's going to be in pace for a spring opening in next year at the latest, I feel like. So, just gotta keep an eye on it, see when Universal announces it. Usually they won't announce stuff till about 6 to 8 months before it actually opens at the earliest. I think the biggest thing that's gonna be interesting to see is the fact that you're gonna have the coaster pretty much right here next to Hogsmeade. But I think it'll be cool is that that's why they redid that bridge. I remember way back they were redoing the bridge and I was like, oh, why are they redoing it? Are they actually getting rid of it? Because they did, that'd be really stupid. But it makes sense because they redid it so they can fit this coaster in, because the bridge used to be a little more straight across, now it's kind of more at an angle. Really cool to see, like when you're standing down here by the, or when you're standing down here for the Three Broomsticks, you'll be watching the coaster go by consistently. You'll have a lot of speed going through here. Plus, if you're walking over this bridge, it's gonna more likely have you're gonna have all this stuff going above you. But I do think it's gonna be one of those rides that's gonna have the metal detectors for it, because since it does go over some of the pathways and it goes upside down, knowing of how Universal usually handles those, usually there'll be metal detectors, so there are probably more likely metal detectors built into the queue area. So, but now let's go into Hogsmeade for just a few minutes and go see what the wait time is for Hagrid's. I'm betting it's still about 70 minutes for it right now, and we'll see if that's actually true. Well, just walking up to the entrance area, and the only downside I feel like with the entrance being right here, it does get a little congested through here, but oh, it's now a 90-minute wait. Oh, they may be having some issues this morning. Also, the park did open like 30 minutes ago. That doesn't quite help. So, but they aren't doing virtual queue like they were doing. I think what they found is that people were doing like what we did with my friends, is that there were like 4 or 5 of us and we'd all get a time and literally just ride it 4 or 5 times in a row. So it wasn't really 100% fair, but I get why they're going back to the wait time. Plus, if it runs normally, runs at full capacity, I think you can actually say that's actually like a 45-minute wait, because 90 minutes should be out here, but it's not quite out here yet. So maybe a little later we'll come back over and we'll try to ride it. But right now, just want to keep looking around at some things and see what the crowd levels look like, and also go check out some of this coaster before heading over to Universal, look at Horror Night stuff. Also do need to say this, that Universal still does not require you to make a reservation to come into the theme parks. They leave the theme parks open until they hit the approved capacity that they were given. And once it hits that, they have to wait for some of the people to leave before they let some people back in. So like over the weekend, they hit the capacity a couple times, but you don't need to make a reservation. It's the only park area that's not like Disney and SeaWorld, Busch Gardens and everything else, where you have to make a reservation to come in. There's a little bit of an upside to it, because that means you can come whenever you feel like it. The downside is I feel like that can cause more of an issue with like hitting capacity more frequently, and maybe Universal doesn't know when it's gonna be as busy. So, but I know the days I've come, it's not been too bad, but I also don't come on the weekends, so that's another thing why I avoid the weekends at the theme park. It's a little too crazy sometimes to my liking. So one of the big things is Universal still has some of their characters coming out and meeting, and they've lately been having some unique characters meeting. They've actually been meeting over here down by Mythos. Some of the characters from Kung Fu Panda, from Madagascar, stuff like that. So they've been meeting right there. So I'm really glad about that. But I'm also glad my walkway is still open, so I can go down here and check out what's going on with this coaster, because you can see through the trees right there, they're still up there working on it. So I make it a really good shot of it, and especially gives you an idea of how tall it is. I'm still to this day very surprised that they don't block this area off. Now again, just like kind of how Disney did with Tron, it's almost got a free advertisement for Universal. Now again, they haven't announced anything, but we all now know it's a coaster. I mean, if it isn't a coaster, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what theme parks are anymore. But man, this thing is insane. They're really starting to work on the theming. So it looks like it's gonna be split in almost into 2 parts. You're gonna have the first part, which is gonna be all about the Raptors. And then the second part here is gonna be the intense section, where you're gonna come over, you're gonna have this stall where it hangs you upside down for a little bit. Then you have the Heartline roll of the water. Biggest thing though is that top hat. I mean, good lord. Now I do wonder how many cars it's gonna have. I think it's gonna have 6 or 5. Because it looks like there's 4 seats per, so you're thinking 5. About 20 people per train. I think it's be 20 or 24. I think it'd be 5 or 6. Nothing more than that, because I don't think you would want that many cars on this thing. So, but man, I am stoked about this ride. Like, I don't think people understand, like, this is gonna be a really cool ride, especially what we've seen what they've done with the Hagrids. Really shows Universal's finding their identity in what they like, and it's thrill rides, which is like these coasters that they're building. Also, I feel like they're testing things out for whenever they start working on Epic Universe again. Because right now, it sounds like Epic Universe is taking some cuts because of everything going on. All right, now that we have gone out of our way and looked at the Jurassic World coaster update, which, holy crap, there's a train up there. You can still see it right behind me, you know, up there. So cool. I'm really excited. That's just so much progress has been made on that just a short amount of time. So what we're actually gonna do is I'm actually head over to Universal, and we're going to go look at some things over at the Universal side. Look at where those houses are. We'll talk about the houses a little bit, and then we're gonna go into the tribute store. I have been in the tribute store when it was just the front 2 rooms. I haven't been in there when it was Beetlejuice. So be real excited to go in there and check that out again. Haven't been in there in a while. So let's get to show you guys some of the merch that they're selling for the non-existent Horror Nights this year. So Green Eggs and Ham is still open. They are still doing their tater tot stuff, but they've added in a bacon cheeseburger. Now, I kind of wish they wouldn't done that. I kind of like the idea this is just purely like the Green Eggs and Ham, it's the tater tot stuff, including with the Who Hash. But it is what it is. That's what they kind of have to do. It's just how to keep, like, because some of their places are not, some of their their quick service locations are not open yet, and so they have to do something about it. So, but I mean, every time I look over, all I look at is that coaster being played with at the top of that hill. Don't think they're gonna move it today. I think they put it up there to check everything, check the wheels, check the brakes up there and everything. See what it does, so that whenever they start testing it soon, because I hope they start testing soon, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna head over to Universal now, and I was over here at Islands for just about an hour at the most. Crowds actually started to come in, so I don't think Hagrid's is gonna stay a lower wait time like I want it to, but I mean, it is what it is. But I'm actually gonna head over to Universal now to go check out some of the Horror Nights stuff, go talk about those houses. The thing I do have to quickly remind you on is that they're not doing the finger scanning anymore. You must have your photo ID if you have your pass. So like me, I have my pass, and I have to, anytime I go on, I have to present my photo ID. I actually personally think it makes it getting into the park a little bit quicker, because even though the wait was a little long, it took no time to get through it, because they just scan, look, and...
Vlog. Get me in the background. Hi. I'm gonna be famous.
But it makes it a little bit quicker, in my personal opinion. I really like that. So, gonna head over to Universal really quick, look at the stuff over there, maybe try to jump over to the pass holder lounge, see if I can get, I think there's a new button for this month. It's also near the end of the month, so maybe they're out, which, my bad, I forgot. But it tends to happen. I don't really think about it as much as I used to, because when you have 3 months where you don't go and worry about a pin, you forget. I also forgot to mention that Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is doing the same thing. They've gone away from filling every other row and just filling every seat again. So it'll be interesting to see like what it does to lines now, because Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is a little bit easier because you could fill every seat with filling every row. So the wait time may go down. The Hulk still, on the other hand, still a little bit more, can still probably have a little longer wait because they're only doing 1 party per row. So if you have, like I said, a bunch of single riders, you're gonna have a whole train full of just single riders. So right off the bat, I do see that the wait time is a little high for Minions, about 15 minutes right now for it, which means it's a little busy. But again, I got to remember the parks did open about an hour, 2 hours ago. If I'd come later in the afternoon, it wouldn't be as busy. The thing I have learned a lot about is if you come to these theme parks later in the day, they're a little less busy because everyone's already hit a lot of these big attractions. Might have people leaving and stuff, but yeah. I'll tell you what though, the blue skies came out and it's looking really, really, really good today. So as you can see right here, this was actually the Bride of Frankenstein house, and you can see it was set up for social distancing. It was, I mean, it pretty much looks like Horror Nights normally does. They see they have all the little markings, they have the little blue dots, they have the lines. I do hope that it wasn't just a weekend thing and they start bringing it all the time. Now I think what the big thing is they were testing it on the weekends, because the weekends are going to be the busier of your days that will have things going on, and so you wanted to make sure it actually works. Only downside to it, if they do it during the day, it's going to be very warm out, and I think that's what they're also waiting on. So you may not see a lot of it until really closer to maybe October, where it happens all week long when the temperatures are not as disgusting out. But yeah, so this was the Bride of Frankenstein house, and they said that the way they did it was that they tried to keep everyone social distance. They tried to keep people 6 feet apart. They also said they give you a glow stick that just differentiates you from a party in front of you to the party to a team member. So you can kind of keep that 6 feet of difference between you and the party in front of you. And they said it also really helps because then you are not being they're not just being funneled through the house with everyone in front of you like that whole line you were in. So it kind of gives you more chance to see the houses, how they look. And also they said that any scare actors that are a little close, they'll wear a mask. If they get too close, they have plexiglass in between it. So kind of, I do like how they've really done a lot of that to help, one, try to bring the experience to Universal this year, despite them not having horror nights. So I really hope to see that happening during the week, because I would love to come out here and get to at least experience the Bride of Frankenstein and the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, which are the two houses that they are using this year. I kind of wish they would have done like a Beetlejuice one, but I get maybe this wasn't the areas for them. Maybe it was farther in the back. We don't know. I mean, we don't know anything. They hadn't made any announcements until they made the announcement Horror Nights was not happening. And then right down here was the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy house. You can see they still have all the gates out. They did put them all to the side just so people can come in and out. But this was the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. From what I've heard, this was an amazing house. So I really hope they have it open at some point during the weeks, because I would love to see it. But since I'm over here, let's go in and check out the tribute store. I have not been in the tribute store yet. Well, I haven't been in that section that has the Beetlejuice part, but definitely gonna be I've missed this stuff. So you have all the stuff for this year, and look, it's even got backlight reactive apparel. So it's $28. So this, like, I have the mask version of this, but you see they have Jack Clown, all the different people for it. Oh, I just wish it happened. Oh, they even have a string bag. $26 for the string bag, $20 for this. They even have glasses for like different ones. So this is the storyteller. $12 for that. And have the caretaker. So it has a story of them on each one. It's really cool. They have a Jack the Clown one. I want the Jack the Clown. They do have Jack the Clown. Ooh. Okay, this is probably something I'm gonna get at some point. What I even like is they have past stuff as well. So this is Horror Night 15 from 2005, 2008. Let me see. So cool. Plus, look, you have the the director up there, the storyteller, Jack the Clown, the caretaker. Oof, these are so cool. And then, oh, they even have 26. Came to 26. They do usually rotate all the posters out. That's actually really cool. Because they have those, and then they have these, and the select HHN posters are 2 for $20. I wonder how you know which ones are 2 for $20, but look at the wall of pumpkins. So this was where the cash register was last time, but I like that they did this. I love how this looks. Oh man, I gotta be careful. I may spend all my money in here by accident. Definitely think at some point I'm gonna come back and get the Jack the Clown class and one of these posters. I think I want to get the year 26 one. Because you see, here's the 26, which was Chance's year. I like 26. Wow. You can even make custom shirts in here too. You also get the shirts in here. Wow. Oh, here's the Beetlejuice stuff. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, Barbara and Adam. Wow. Oh, I like the socks. The socks a lot. Ooh, look at the poster. That poster's pretty cool. Wow. Oh, huh. That's cool. Oh my god. Yep, gotta be careful. I may spend all my money in here if I'm not careful. Man, I like the giant light up sign. I haven't seen Beetlejuice in so long. I need to go back and watch it again. Oh, and I like the register, checkout register. Oh, that's even cooler. Ooh. I feel like something's gonna pop out at me. I really wish something would, though. Okay, that was really cool. I like the back section a lot. And I like how they changed it up a little bit and they moved the check-in line or the checkout area towards the Beetlejuice section as well. So I would highly recommend you try to go check that area out for sure. It's also really loud now. I don't know why it's loud. Something must be coming through right now that I don't see, but make sure you check this out. They also have a cool thing that they have the artist who created the poster I was in there from 1 to 4 p.m. signing the posters. So, kind of a cool thing. I'm probably not gonna be here that long, but I love the tribute store. It gives us a little bit of Halloween Horror Nights that we're all missing. So despite the Fast and Furious, the ride is down, the custom gear shop is open still. Just kind of like before it opened the ride. The shop was open before the ride was open. Thought I'd take a little tit stop into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, see what the wait time is for Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts. Plus, just also always gotta walk through Diagon Alley as you come into Universal Studios. But man, it is so nice to show you guys everything that's going on again. It's been so long since I was the last filming. Kind of miss showing you guys things, and I appreciate you guys. Probably don't miss me that much, but you probably just miss seeing the footage in the video from the parks. Well, that's so not horrible. So Harry Potter Escape from Gringotts is only a 30-minute wait right now, which isn't horrible. I will be interested to see what Hagrid's is. So once I get out of here, I'm gonna pull up the app and see what it is. But I always enjoyed Diagon Alley because it has like this roof over it, so you get a little bit more shade as you walk through this section of Diagon Alley. Plus, you also have Nocturne Alley on the other side of Gringotts, which is nice and dark. It's cool. It's got some really good AC. So it really helps out stay cool on these warmer days that we just had. Now, I did enjoy seeing the stir this caused, but as you walk into where Fear Factor is, all this stuff started going up, and people were like, well, last time they put this stuff up, it was for Horror Nights. Well, I think Fear Factor is officially no longer a part of anything. I think Fear Factor finally got taken down, so this means all the signs are being covered, and I think signs are being taken down now. So that's what this box is. But this box is very reminiscent of when all the Horror Nights stuff comes, especially when Academy of Villains was here the last couple of years. Once the, what do you call it? Once the Bill and Ted show disappeared. But I remember standing here last year thinking how great that show was. I couldn't wait for them to come back this year, and, well, not coming back this year. I do like they do keep the train from Back to the Future 3, but I do want to show you something kind of cool here in a second once these people are done taking pictures next to it. But if you go to the DeLorean right here, and you go in, you look in the window, like I said, we'll get a second when I can get over there and look at it. Apparently it shows today's date, so I really wanted to see if that's actually the truth or not. So, also you have Bruce in the background over there because where Harry Potter is used to be the Jaws ride. But little tribute to everything. So like I said, if you come over here and you look in the window, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the green number right there. September 22nd, 2020, and it is 11/26. I always think that's pretty cool. I didn't know that until I was looking at something and someone said something about it. So if you're interested, just come right over here to the Back to the Future car. Sometimes Doc Brown's hanging around with it, but you can go over here, see the flux capacitor, see everything inside, but you can see the date, that it actually shows today's date. So scrolling through the wait times, I was looking at Islands of Adventure's wait times, and Hagrid's still 65 minutes. Dimension's only 10. I always say taking the train from Islands to Universal. Always take it that way, less of a wait. But yeah, I'm not really that surprised that, oh, Kong's up to 4. The Hulk's only 15 now. But I did see Doctor Doom's was 35 minutes. Yikes. Well, it's also been long enough for me that I had forgotten they built this brand new crepes stand. Forgot they were building this. And there's a freestyle machines on these, but yeah, if you're hungry for some crepes, this is where you come to go. So, oh, it smells delicious. Holy moly, that smells delicious. Let's see if we can look at the menu really quick. Because they have different varieties. They have savory. They have a smoked brisket option, and then sweet, lemon, blueberry, strawberry, hazelnut, cookies and cream. Honestly, next time I come and get that cookies and cream one, and you can actually watch them make it in the window right there. That's pretty cool. I really do like Universal's way of incorporating their character meet and greets, quote unquote meet and greets. But like you have Scooby and the gang. They all got their masks. They're all dancing. I like all their masks, how it usually matches what they usually wear. That's really cool, actually. Oh, I like that they keep them 6 feet apart from each other. Really cool, actually. Look at Cafe La Bamba right across the way from Moe's. Not Moe's. Whatever the food place is behind me. But look at that. I love that little decoration. Holy crap! It's a skeleton bar. Interesting. May have to come back with some of my friends and then go check out the skeleton bar, because I don't drink anything, so I can come in and see what they get, see what it looks like. So if you do come and you are looking for the horror makeup show, it's actually going to be not in the normal location normally it comes in, because they have the stage here for everything else. But if you come down here right past the bus for the Simpsons, or the RV for the Simpsons, usually where it sits, right across away from Williams of Hollywood Prop Shop, which is still closed, so I'm a little sad by that. Come right over here, the horror makeup show right here. So the entrance will be down here, right next to the Five and Dime. This will be the entrance for it, so if you're curious. Then of course you have your pass holder lounge and all that stuff, so I may jump in there for just a few minutes. So I missed out on September's button, but I already have the button from August, so oh well, happens. I wasn't really paying attention, I totally forgot about it. I will say, I'm over here by Bourne Spectacular. I have seen this show a couple times. I will tell you right now, it is actually a really good show and I like it a lot. I think it's really good. It kind of messes with your eyes a little bit. It's a little loud. And everyone's like, oh, I can't wait till they can do it, because they do the show and some of the actors wear the face covering. And a lot of people are like, oh, I can't wait to see it without the face covering. I'm over here like, I actually think the face covering makes it a little cooler, because there's some sections that it works really well in. So I would highly recommend, go check out the Bourne Spectacular. Which is funny, I've never seen Jason Bourne either, like any of those movies. So I'll have to go back and watch. I got a few movies I gotta watch again, because I am really behind on some movies. I haven't seen some movies in some time, or I haven't seen some of these movies, so definitely have to check that out. Well, excited that I guess it's walked around enough, saw the things I wanted to see. Wait times are starting to go up, so didn't really get to ride anything. Kind of wish I could have ridden at least Hagrid's, but it's not the end of the world. I just really was like, I wanted to come over and show off some of the Jurassic Park stuff with the new coaster. Got to see the tribute store with the back section now. Oh, I miss Horror Nights. Horror Nights is honestly one of my favorite times of the year, and I'm really gonna miss it this year, so just gonna be weird not having it, especially with these parks closing so early. It's weird. I'm still not used to that, because like Universal opened at 9 and it closed at 5 today, and then Islands opened at 10 and closes at 6, so that's kind of the new schedule for them. Alright, so I just got back to the car. But a really good day actually overall. It wasn't too busy, wasn't too bad. Like I said, the lines were a little long, but that's just because I think it's that whole social distancing thing. I also think the parks are getting a little bit busier and stuff, so that doesn't help the fact as well. But I mean, overall it was good. I got to see a lot of the Jurassic coaster ride being built. I mean, still no official announcement from Universal on what that's going to entail yet, but I could see the car out there, stuff like that. Then I got to go over and see some of the Horror Night stuff, so it definitely felt like spooky season was here for sure. And I just, honestly, spooky season is really fun in Central Florida, because everyone does it differently, because you have Disney, who's more family friendly, and then you have Universal, which is all about the scares and stuff. So, I mean, overall, it was just a really good day. I mean, yeah, I got to walk around, got to see some things, got to just enjoy the time being in the park again, like I like doing. So, but I mean, just overall, really fun day. Like I said, I wanted to come back to the car because I wanted to get my face mask off so I could start cooling off a little bit because it did get a little warm. But that's just the case being in Florida during the summertime. So, but with all that being said, I do head out for my very fun day here at Universal Orlando Resort. I'll see y'all next time.